And during that period, I will not stop you. When I'm talking, you listen to me. I will finish, and then you talk. And during that, after that, we will discuss like discussion, way of discussion. Yeah.
I am your guest, so
All
it's
right. Okay.
up to
Hi.
you.
Good afternoon. Good evening from London. It's Ejaz. I'm a author, speaker, and life coach. We have Dr. Paulina with us, and she will introduce herself. Paulina, please.
Good evening from Poland, and still great wishes due to Christmas time. And I am a lecturer and assistant professor with many years of experience, and I am a mom. So nice to meet you.
Happy Christmas to everyone. This is Christmas Eve, and it is, being celebrated here in London as well, in whole Europe, and in the whole world almost. So today our topic is mm, l- true love begins with self love. So, what is self love, Paulina?
What is the self-love? You know that I prepared some presentation short, and on the one slide was briefly presented by me in one sentence that self-love is loving yourself in the way that it allows you to love others really truly. It's very short definition, but it's all we will be talking about this that led you to be really open and to be a giver with love to everyone. But first you must start from yourself. It's like about also being a person kind to yourself and also with self-compassion. There's no only one definition about it. So it's up to us to discuss today and to make some conclusion what is self-love. So what about you? How you can name self-love in your opinion? What is
Uh,
it?
that self love is like looking after oneself, taking care of our own self. And if we are looking for true love, we should love ourselves first. Then, how we can love ourselves first? We visit all the areas where we need to keep us improving and make us strong on a daily basis. It can be our mind, mental health, our emotions, our physical, and our spiritual needs, social well-being, all these. We have to look after all these things on a daily basis. Improve your personal well-being, social well-being, spiritual well-being, economic well-being. Because if we love ourselves, we have to look after our own needs. It can be physical needs, it can be emotional needs, it can be spiritual needs. And for this purpose, and long-term relationship, and to establish a true love, we have to look in all these areas which I said. Because people, you say that people like those people who are happy all the time. Yeah, those people who are happy, people like them. And to keep us on self happy, we should be like having a lifestyle which make us happy, which put us away from depression situation or confronting situations and all these. I have done few programs on depression, and there is a lifestyle as well to avoid from depression with the lifestyle. And that lifestyle is like 15 different things, including food and all these things, which can make us like a happy lifestyle. And when you design your life, redesign your life on the basis of happiness, wealth, and legacy. So this is looking after oneself, loving oneself as well, to looking after own needs, and improving every day. Learn every time, whenever you can, new things. Never ever stop learning, because learning keep us up to date. Either it's related to emotions, related to physical, relevant to spiritual or social or economic, whatever it is. If we want a true love, and if we love ourselves, we have all these things which are very important to us. And then set your motion towards the ocean. Set your motion towards the ocean. That is, my book is on Get Rich with Spirituality. You can read about it, and you can get your direction, how to set your motion or your mind or your direction toward the infinite intelligence, because we are all part of that ocean and we are dropped from that ocean and want to go back there. And looking after oneself, that is self-love. How we look after, you know better on a daily basis. And I would like you to add a few more things on it, please.
Okay. So let me also add something from my side. Of course, I agree with you, and we both agree in this topic. And thinking to you, to with your words before, some thoughts appeared in my mind that nowadays it's very hard um, to treat this love, self-loving seriously. Many people, at least in my surroundings, environment, they are just talking, it's nonsense. Stop saying this. It's like very naive talking, but it's not like that. And even looking at our daily life, if you want to share something with someone, with your parents, with your beloved ones, with your friends, you need to have something. If you want to share a cake, you need to have the cake. If you want to need some gift, you need to have this gift. And if you want to share love, first you need to have this self-love to share with people. It's so obvious, but still we live like it's a nonsense. But it's really crucial to find this love in ourselves. I preparing mainly preparing to this life, I pointed some words, what it means to take care of yourself. So believing in yourself, it's really, I see it many times that people have this lack trust and lack self-confidence. And it's not that we are guilty. Sometimes it's from our childhood. Sometimes it's from not from the past generation. Don't do it. You are stupid. You did it wrongly. From the school, from our partners. How many times we could hear such words? You are an idiot. You are zero. You are nothing. Uh, Many such voices in our mind that are not our voices, but so deeply printed in our mind that nowadays we behave like that. That we can be really loving, supportive, helping, but without this true self-love. And how we can see that it's not a real self-love through all the emotions, that we can be very nice, we can be very kind to people, we can say I am a person who love my parents, my partners, my friends. But on the other sides we can be very sensitive and vulnerable, and it can be really so easy to hurt us, to manipulate us, to many behaviors in us, not uplifting. So it's also my experience from my previous relationship that I let myself to be a victim, and I can say only mea culpa. It was my fault that I didn't do anything, and I didn't protect myself, and I didn't put any boundaries and a limitation. I don't know if you know Eleanor Roosevelt. There is a famous saying that no one can hurt you without your permission. So it's up to you to put the limitation not to be hurt. Of course, it's easy to say when you were a child how you can protect yourself. So it's my responsibility as a partner to create such surroundings, environment for my kids to grow calmly, surrounded by love, not to cutting their wings. But when you are adult and you have never met with such supportive love, being adult, being aged as I am, You must like start from the scratch. You must learn this ability to love yourself, and maybe suddenly you will lose some friends. Maybe you will be also divorced because suddenly you will start to find for yourself and to just create from create your environment and be free from any violence. So it's very difficult topic but crucial, and it's never too late to start to love yourself. And nowadays we have a lot of knowledge and many scientists, many books about emotions, how you can erase these emotions that can be blocked in your body, and all is related to this lack of love and also with self-love. uh, Maybe you can continue because it's also time for you to share, not only for me.
Yeah, as you said that learning from experts. That's why we are here. You are here. You are an expert in life engineering. And other thing is learning about the emotions. I have mentioned many times people should learn about emotional intelligence. And as you mentioned before that to protect oneself, so there is another thing called emotional hygiene. And one of my book, Greater Game, Greatest Love, that is one. It's a second chapter in that book. That emotional hygiene is very important for people. People when they got hurt, they have to be healed. Their emotional bleeding, they have to stop that emotional bleeding, and they should learn these things. They should not know those things. That is why they should have a life coach or relationship coach or all these things. It is, I mean, everyone's duty to look after oneself first. When you look after oneself to yourself, you are strong. You keep your uniqueness. And in our previous program, I said that our uniqueness, everyone's uniqueness. When people got married, they lose their uniqueness, and that is losing interest in partner as well. Keeping the uniqueness, looking after oneself, it build up a strong relationship, and then true love establish. People, you see, people why people have children, they play, they fight, they forget everything. They smile. Their smile is make other people's happy as well, and they don't fight or don't have grudges from the bottom of their heart, like when people get older and they hate other people's and they lost their that innocence. We should keep our inner child alive as well. That is self love as well, keeping our inner child, because that inner child make us happy. No matter what, that inner child is happy. You see that if a child is going, he lost anything or he fight with someone, but next time you'll see that they are together again. There's no grudges. But because we people keep, I mean, we people mean when people grow up, they keep so much grudges inside. They don't forget, they don't forgive. And to making a boundaries, not let people to attack on your weakness or on your weaknesses or any human's weaknesses. When we build that boundaries, then people they can't attack on that. They attack always on where our weaknesses are. So we should turn those weaknesses into our strength. How we can do it? Step by step. Write them down. They can write them down and start from the one, two, three. Prioritize them first. Prioritize them and then work on them. Turn them into strength. What would you say about it?
Mm, I can say that, of course, it's true, and very helpful is starting from such, from realizing that we are not a mistake. We are on this earth. We are just for reason. We are loved. And in our lungs, there is the breath of God, the breath of life. So first of all, we are not any mistake, and whatever we do in our life, and naming it as mistake, it's not any true, because everything in life, I'm just saying not to blame ourselves, not to torment ourselves, not to feel guilty all the time. Some kids are growing in such families that all the time you are guilty, you are guilty, you are guilty, and how to be healthy adult having such words in your mind. So we are not a mistake, and whatever we experience in our life, it's just the process of learning, because this life here on earth is like that. We know what is black through knowing what is white. If we know how tears looks like, we know what means happiness. If we are alone, we know what means to be in relationship. It's all through the opposite. So it's how we learn. And I'm saying not to blame yourself, not to torment, not to judge about every mistake, because, oh, here I wanted to add. I don't know if you know the book written by Anita Muriani. I am still impressed by this book. I have read last time, and it's a testimony, very fresh, very new testimony of a lady from India who experienced the NDI. It was the last stage of cancer, and she survived. She's alive, and now she wrote this book, and she just travels around the world and share what she experienced on the other side of the reality. And when she met with God, with Almighty, she understood what means unconditional love, and the biggest experience was that God doesn't accuse her, doesn't blame, doesn't judge, because he absolutely knows why she did something. She names it as a mistake, but God knows absolutely why she did it. And it was the biggest experience after coming here to earth again, that no need to judge ourselves, that this unconditional love is really something beyond our imagination. And she's healthy, she's fully recovery, no any single side shadow of cancer, thanks to love, to understanding that she was also guilty, because she was also all the time was repeating, I did it bad, I am a bad wife, I was a bad daughter, and all the time blaming. After coming back from the heaven, she realized that she was wrong, and with this full love and letting herself to live differently, all her body became fully healthy. So you can see the power of unconditional love. Now, to herself, to ourselves. So it's very impactful book and impactful testimony. We know about it, but after reading such, story, you realize that how powerful is not to be just kind to yourself, and also to have self-compassion, not to think so badly after every single bad step. It's not like that. You are just on this life to grow, to learn. You are in process, and it helps a lot. You can continue. Sorry, because of my cough.
Okay, so I will say that what you are saying about self-criticism, this is a negative criticism which bring people in more negativity. Self-criticism negatively. Accountability is different thing. We should do our own accountability on a regular basis. That what was our target, what should we have done, we haven't done, what are our goals, and how many I have done, and where I'm lacking, what hurdles are coming. But critical negative thinking, critiquing own self too much, that take us all our confidence. It take us our confidence. It put us on a negative stage, negative mindset, and then we start, I mean, the people start attracting negativity more and more, because whatever you think, you attract. What it means, our mind is like a magnet. Positive waves comes, negative waves come. When we are thinking negative, we are attracting more negative energy, which is affecting on human health. If we are attracting positive energy, we are thinking more positive, we are developing more positive energy, and it helps us to be healthy, more happy, and more progressive. But when we are criticizing ourselves too much, and especially negatively, that effect on our health. So if we love ourselves, we should love ourselves in a way that we love ourselves. We should be happy where we are lacking, where our weaknesses are. We should remove those weaknesses. What makes us happy? What happiness should be? What is happiness? Real happiness as well. There is real happiness. There are fake happiness. To find out what is real happiness and what is fake happiness, and then build your life on that lifestyle, which is make you happy, wealthy, and put you on legacy as well. I'm not talking about properties legacy, that is a part of as well, but I'm talking about that social legacy. Whatever we do good for the other, for the community, for the society, for the world, for our own country, for other countries, that legacy I'm talking about. What is our contribution to the world, to the society? That will make us, stronger and happier. People, billionaire, even when they got everything, but they are away from real happiness. But when they do some charitable causes, like leaving some social legacies, that make them so much happy. You agree with that?
Yes, yes,
Would you like?
but I also would like to add something to these all signs of this lack of self-love, like you told, this criticism, negativity. There is also something opposite, huge, hunting for success, for money, as you told. And now I have like X-ray, and I don't judge people who are just thinking only about the wealth and money, because I can see that it can be also a mask, that you are trying to run away from some maybe problems, maybe emotional pain. You are going into this world just to catch as much as possible in this materialistic way. It's a symptom of also emotional pain. You are trying just to find something not to feel this pain all the time. Why I am saying this? Because I shared maybe, no, I didn't share. It's my experience, not as only the live engineer, as you told, because I am an engineer in cargo and commodity science, but my experience with my mental illness, with my bipolar disorder, and with my psychiatric hospital experience, thanks to myself, to let myself to be a victim. I have found myself in psychiatric hospital, and I am still under the care of doctors, but every time being there, for control, for talk, for some medicines, I can see many streams of people from all the levels of society. I mean, and also very successful people and well dressed and like successful. You can see through some, cars, laptops, the dress. I can see many people every time in psychiatric hospital, and I realize, because I have found myself there, so I know exactly why I have found myself in psychiatric, because of lack of self-love, because I let myself to be treated badly by a person whom I let to treat me badly, and I was a victim. I suffered, but I also was successful at my university. It was my mask. It was the world I wanted to run away from home and to have some success, to have my, publications, my conferences, and the like and the like. And now I really see clearly all these mechanisms. So not only negativity, not only being sorry for living, sorry for breathing, but also the other side, being highly successful and all the time on the top, on the top, on the top. Workaholic also. It's also a symptom that something can be not good with you. And it's trying to cover this emotional pain. It will never help, never, as you told. Of course, we are here on this earth to be successful, but you must be very watchful. And sometimes you have such X-ray, and you can see now this running for money is not. It's not good. This person is just trying to hide something. So I can see people with lack of self-love, as you told, negativity, saying badly, lack of believing in themselves, but also all addicted. Drugs, alcohol, games, whatever. Addicted, just addicted. You have to have something not to work on your, I don't know, attitude, how to name. Overeats, spends hours in virtual world as well. It's like trying to run away from the real life. What else? People who generally comparing with others. But I just wanted to say this other word with all these successful people. It was including me who wanted to be on the top. That it's also like a mask to hide something what is not good. Thanks to God, it's never too late to start working on self-love. It's never too late. As I told, maybe our generations, grandparents, parents, it was, the First World War, the Second World War. Nobody was sharing such news, such information, such science about all these emotions blocked in ourselves. Now we are removing, now we are saying loudly from many people, authors, doctors, about how important it is to remove many ways of working. I work at uni, so I work in management with all the methods of solving problems. But also I can use Ishikawa, I can use Pareto, I can use many tools from management, sometimes to work on myself. If I have problem, what can I do? As well, I can implement in my life. So this I wanted to add, and you can now also continue my speech.
I really feel proud of you that you have been through all that, but you come up, you like bounce back, and you come up with the spring power, which is a great thing. And you are saying thanks God, which is also a brilliant thing. And you are a blessed person. And what you are doing now, this one is also leaving a social legacy, uh, giving people like advices and sharing knowledge. And I would say that people should have a strong spiritual connection with the infinite intelligence, with the God. Yeah, doesn't matter whoever is.
Yes, you are right. You are right. But let me add something. But I am absolutely agree with you. But you know, I am a person who, of course, follow God's rules. And thanks to God, I am in a new part of my life now, still in process. But many people just helping people with their knowledge, doctors, psychiatrists. And it was a moment that they told me, Paulina, stop praying and now start just to save yourself, fight for yourself. It was after years of praying to solve all the problems. Of course it's important. I don't want to say no, don't pray, but to be balanced also with the help of people, of specialists, of for short time maybe you need medicines, for short time maybe you need some psychotropics to balance your mind, to calm your mind, and then with balanced mind you can start work with time, I believe I will be free from medicines, but it helped me to see clearly that I'm in a problem. And it was without any praying, it was just help of specialists, of doctors, psychiatrists, of strong psychotropics. And what I wanted to say, to be very, very alert for people and to be brave enough to react immediately, not to pretend that nothing happened. When I hear, because I rent a flat in a block, so many people, when I hear that above my floor there is a quarreling and a lady, I can hear the voice of such woman who is crying. I can hear some kids are crying. I'm calling right now the police and let they check what happens. It's up to us to be responsible for everyone to react immediately, because your tip today can save someone's lives. Your call, your not just reaction, yes, it's really our responsibility as the society, not only to be kind, not only to be helpful, but just to react, to take such person to a doctor, to call to the police or whatever, to react.
Yeah, the balance is very important, as
The
you said.
balance is.
With this kind of actions, balance is very important. Sometimes people, they misuse it. They every time just call police, they waste their time. I have few people, they later on they accepted that they did mistake. And keeping the balance, as you said, even going and that's why I started in the beginning. I said that personal well-being, social well-being, spiritual well-being, financial well-being, look after our mental health, our emotions, all these, and healthy lifestyle, which I have mentioned in my videos, which I did it on depression, how to avoid from depression with the lifestyle. And there are foods as well, and eating healthy food, not junk food, which are making us unhealthy. If we love ourselves, if someone love on self, this is a self-love as well, to eating a healthy food like fruit, vegetable, all these which are allowed. Yeah. And
Yes, it's a process, but sometimes you don't have just strength. You are in the really such bottom of the ocean, and not to also torment yourself. Oh my God, I should do this. Sometimes just let do only one teeny step, as it can be going to a doctor. Yeah, with time you will have much more space, energy, vitality, will to eat healthy, to start fitness, to not everything for your develop. Sometimes you are really alone on the bottom, and what can you do is one small step only. Not to it, because I'm saying, because I also experienced such moment that I realized I should do this, be multifunctional. How? So be really very with self-compassion for yourself. Self-compassion means it's also a kind of love, but also it's not only the sensitivity and ability to understand other people, to feel with empathy and understand that people can suffer, but understand your suffering, and not just understand yourself.
accept it. Should people
Embrace with love.
people should
And
realize that they are suffering. People,
what?
they don't realize, they just keep denying. That is why they should have a life coach. That's very important, because people hesitate to go to psychologist. Before that time come to go to psychologist, have a life coach, a relationship coach, or whatever your problem is, or talk to someone you knows, talk to some expert, do your research, 5 different modes of research. I mean, reading books, consulting experts, some loyal friends, discussing with them, some elder people, some or all. I mean, do not ignore these things. And comparing own self with others, that is disrespecting own self, because our creator does not create junk. He has created as he likes us. So we should be proud as he made us. He made us in his perfection. If you see that any creator, any uh, like a manufacturer. If they manufacture their stuff, they make as, I mean, in their perfection, and they are the worldly things. But when God, who is powerful or everything, He knows what He is making. So as He made, we should be feeling proud on ourselves. Do not compare with other self. Everyone got that different test, different opportunities, different difficulties. We don't know about it. It's our journey. We should look ourselves. God has given us a lot of potential. Everyone got some kind of uniqueness, potential, and qualities which we should explore in within ourselves. Do not feel jealousy from others. When we feel jealousy, that is negativity. In this point, we are not happy with the God division. What God is given to someone else, we are unhappy with that when we are jealous. Yeah. What we should do, and in this jealousy, in that moment, what we miss to focus on our own potential, on our uniqueness. And this is
But you know why we are jealous sometimes. It's like the signal from our childhood that something is missing. Maybe the time, attention to another child. It's also lack of something. That's why we are jealous. Because I have now, it now came to my mind, experience from my life when some years ago I was very jealous about person among my family relatives. It's from my ex-husband family. I was very jealous about her all the success. She is now a financial director in the company. But now I'm still the same. She is still the same. I'm absolutely zero any shadow of being jealously. I changed my mind because this few years ago she was the same person as nowadays, but I felt this lack of something because I was in toxic relationship, and I let myself to be violent, and I let myself to hear words, you are zero, you don't know how to do it, and the like. And that's why I was jealous about all her achievements. Now it's all the same. She's the same person, but I changed, and now I'm very proud of her, and I really admire and I'm proud that she's among my family. And nothing changed, only my thinking changed. But it was a lack of something, lack of this believing in myself, accepting this fake words about me that I am zero. So looking at a person who is jealous, we can just have this compassion that something is missing or was missing in life of this person. Yes, this I wanted to share. But also about helping. When you are immersed in God's love, it doesn't matter in which religion. It can be that God can lead you through really many ways to grow, to develop, through psychiatrists, through doctors, through teachers, through friends, through neighbors, through someone from the family, through coaches, through life coaches. I see now, looking back this few years in the past, that there was time I was all the time attending some webinars of some very famous person, like a coach, then someone else. It's amazing that how many people can help us on our path of life to grow. Sometimes it can be for short time, for season, but it's really beautiful journey.
yeah, that is uh, complex, and ignoring on self. That is good that you work on yourself and then you come up and you come out from that jealousy. Complex is when we take it as a positive way, that we are missing something. When we take this complex in a positive way, we go high. But if we take it in a negative way, we go down. So you took those complex, say, those missing in a positive manner, and then you started developing yourself. And now you are on a different person. And you don't care if she is director or president. because you are feeling content within yourself, which is
You
more
know
important.
that all the successful people are very helpful and very supportive, and no any shadow of no of treating other badly, no any jealous, no being jealous, because they feel really like on the top. They feel so good with themselves. So this is the sign of being in the process of growing, that you treat others also well.
Yeah, because they have refined themselves,
Yeah.
and that refined personality is become good personality. And as much higher you go, you will meet that people. You will see that they are very nice people. They don't do so much show off or and something like that. All these things, and not all of them. Just some of them can be stupid, but most of them, you will see they are good people. As much higher level you go, they are good because they have refined themselves during the process. Success is not easy. It's not like that's a one day game, and it's never ending story as well. Today, one person at this stage, then there is a next stage, then there is a next challenge. That is us to keep us busy. Yeah, and as you said, that God gave us grow in different ways. I have healed many times with his, connecting with him and that light. You pray for him, do there some kind of uh, meditation that coming light and you are healing wherever is problem, or self suggestions, saying on self before sleeping that heal where where is this problem, or I'm a strong person, I can deal with these things. This is NLP techniques, or you can say the self-suggestion technique as well. But with that meditation, that light is coming and it's cleaning all that bad stuff from you, from your mind, from your soul, from your every lungs. Every part of your body inside, and you will find out that it started healing. But need is very strong belief for this, and spending time. That's why spending time in nature is very very important. When you spend time in nature, that nature take out from us all the negative stuff, because everyone got bad energy which we have to throw out, we have to kick it out. And for this purpose there are different ways they can watch on a emotional hygiene my videos as well, or they can contact me, and people can comments as well under that YouTube channel, the 360 Lifestyle Coach, which is live at the moment. And you can comment as well, you can ask question as well. So there is a comment section, so we can see it and we can reply to you, or if anything you can ask as well. There is a form as well, uh, uh, which you can fill it and to send us. The website name is it's a one digit, elizabethcic.org. Then contact us. Then there is a line, drop us a line, click on that, and there is small form, just little bit. You can fill that as well. What else, Paulina, you got to share with us?
But never is too late to start loving yourself, and you can start blooming in every area. Of course, it's fantastic to have greenery, nature, health lifestyle, but you can start blooming in a psychiatric, in a prison, in a very toxic home. You can start blooming everywhere, because really the power of ours is so huge that you can start blooming really in every single dark place. Even it's really possible. Even Viktor Frankl, I know that you know this person. I'm amazed this person who survived this world war. He started to blooming maybe bad word, in concentration camp. So it's possible, really, it's possible to start blooming everywhere, and to start blooming as loving yourself, treating well with love,
Yeah,
because you
just
are a treasure. You are not any mistake. You are a treasure. Everyone is welcome on this earth with love is a treasure. And sometimes it's hard to believe among storms. Um, but it's another, fake, false idea in our mind, printed voice, not of us, but put by someone in our mind. We are all treasures, and every time we can start, even being aged 60, 70, 80, it's never too late to start loving yourself. It's the conclusion from myself. I mean, I mean.
Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Appreciate that. And whenever I forget to look after myself, then I connect with my inner child. Then I see that, oh, I have to look after that child inside me. By my
But
inner
you,
child.
but you, know, but you know why?
Why?
Because we also know about the power of gratitude. Who is the most gratitude? Kids. Now is
Kids.
the Christmas
Yeah.
time. All the gifts. Kids are,
Right.
jumping. I have my goddaughter. She's so happy whenever she comes here. She's so happy. Auntie, auntie. Even small, single pencil. She's so happy. She's a great example for me how to enjoy life and simple things. So being like
That's
inner
what I
child,
believe that
you you
keeping
you
on
help
inner child.
you help to grow in really gratitude and to be really open eyes for seeing every single gift and to enjoy. Gratitude is the language of heaven.
Oh
And
yes,
being,
that is
being a
gratitude.
child really help you to have this language of heaven.
Yeah, gratitude attracts more blessings when we are gratitude, even in the small things, that we are happy. Then we can keep continue. I mean, keep progressing, keep trying to progress. But whatever you got, be happy on it. That is the key of success. Self love as well. Because when we think that we don't have this, we forget to appreciate what we have. That is not self love. Then we can't find true love. If we want to find a true love, we have to be happy inside as well with the things which we already are gifted, we already got. If you, I mean, go to the third world or somewhere else, you will see that people are lacking so many things, but still they are saying thanks God. And here in the modern world, we got a lot of things. Thanks God, every latest technology. We got electricity here, we got gas, we got water, everything. I was in Pakistan on holidays few months back, yeah, and I have to run away from there because of electricity shortage, and weather was like hot weather, and then mosquito was biting me a lot, so I ran away. And even I was living in the mountain areas, beautiful areas. I was enjoying there. It's a beautiful country. I was enjoying. But these kind of things. I mean, here in London, in UK, never lights go. There's no shortfall of lights or gas. We got, thanks God, that everything we have. We should appreciate it. And when I came back, I felt that, oh, this is good. That thanks God that we got that everything, but we forget to appreciate. So whatever we have, we should appreciate on it. When we are appreciating gratitude list, as you said, that is very, very, very much. I mean, highly blessing, attracting thing, and keeping inner child alive and looking after oneself, it also keeps us happy. When we are happy, it means we love ourselves. And when we love ourselves, then true love can attract. By desperation and not looking after oneself, it's not bringing us love. You know what I'm saying? If we are ignoring our own emotions, our own spiritual well-being, our own physical well-being, our own physical needs as well, yeah, our own social needs, social well-being, financial well-being, if we ignore all this, that it means we are not loving ourselves. Yeah, there are sexual needs as well. So this should be like in a proper way, like in a marriage, not like here and there. That's not a good thing, and it is causing that people losing their true love, because then there is difficult to find true love when you're sleeping so many women, or women are sleeping with so many men. So everyone knows that they are not like good. They are not good. I've seen the girls crying. There's a 28 years old only, and what she's missing, no one is marrying at the moment, and she want to have children around 13 or something. But people know that when people they know that she was like this, or woman knows that this man is like this, so they're not marrying. So then they're missing to not have a family life, not so that's not self love as well. It's deceiving on self under negative emotions, to fulfill negative emotions. What would you say about it more?
Just listening to you and thinking about all the Ukrainian refugees here in Poland, many are still located in houses of my friends, and I know it's sometimes hard to be grateful when still the war is and they are homeless. And
Mhm.
what to do? Still, you can be grateful for the hope for the future that you are alive.
Yeah,
Um, when you are really listening to us and thinking, you are stupid, just read the book or look at Nick Vujicic without legs and arms. Where's the source of fulfillment and the happiness? He has huge faith, still keeping shoes in the wardrobe in the case that God will give him legs, but much more he is able to do without these legs and arms, and he's really blessed with family, beautiful wife, kids. Sometimes we need to be a bit maybe humble with acceptance. What is the blessing for us? Maybe with time we can understand it better. Mm, yes, but maybe it's not about the topic now. So,
no, this is indirectly this is because when people think that this is the end of the world, this is that actually we are not from this planet. Dr. Silver, he's an American author.
this is still all the time the lesson for us for the humanity that one person can make a heal for many. So it shows only what kind of people we are. I am saying just not me and you, but generally. It was like maybe Hitler. It only shows still what kind of people we are, that we are able to kill innocent, vulnerable people in the name of I don't know what, be the king of the kings. Mm, but thanks to God, there are still much more good and love around. Really, there are still much more good and love people and open hearts to help. We don't know about it because media news are much more about bad news than good. But when you can go and see and observe, you can see much more good still is around.
Yeah, Paulina, that what you said that we read a book and that they can read the book. But I have learned this thing from Pele. You know, footballer Pele. I think he was saying that he learned football from the children when they play. So he learned from their moves. So we never know that from where we can get the knowledge. That's how we should have this mindset to learning from everyone. We never know from which person's mouth words are coming, and that words are guided. I mean, sent. I mean, it can be like positive energy that person received, or that person uh, is gifted. Anyone is gifted, and
Anyone?
everyone is gifted. And killing is not the solution for anything.
Yes, yes,
Or
yes.
these are not the solution, because no one creator, no manufacturer will like that their
Yes,
product.
and the conclusion should be that if you have the right self-love, you can really put and light the light in lives of others easily. Do
Mhm.
your best, but first you must start. Even in airplanes, start you must save yourself and put the mask in order to help others. So the same with love. If you want to share, to help, you must start from yourself. I'm looking at time because surely it will be that my voice will disappear because it will be 1 hour. So
I like your examples which you gave, that when you are in the plane, that you need to pay.
because I was traveling last time a lot, so I am blessed. Thanks to God, it
Yeah,
was
for,
possible.
for traveling, they're telling that put that mask. So that example is good, that you have to look after that. When you look after yourself, when you love yourself, loving yourself mean looking after own self, fulfilling its own needs, own wants. It can be personal, social, spiritual, emotions, mental health, all these things, physical needs, sexual needs, all these things. That when we are working on ourselves, it means we are loving on self. So we should work on ourselves, check ourselves on self on a regular basis, do our own accountability as well. If we are wrong, we should accept it. Where there are weaknesses, we should improve those weaknesses. Where are our strength, make it more growth in that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and the
So
last conclusion,
uh,
do your own work. It's much better to put some effort because for God, it's right now that He can change your life, your everything. It's nothing is impossible for Him. He can just in 1 second change your life, but it's
oh yeah.
really better for you to do your own work. As I'm saying, as a mom, I can do everything for my kids. I could still cook for them, preparing, ironing, but what for? I'm much more happy seeing that they are independent, that they are resourceful, that they are growing, that son will be a good maybe husband in some way. I'm much more happier seeing this effort, this work, this really joy that they have new skills. So it's up to us to do this work, to search, to look, to ask for help, to do some work. We can find a lot of ways to help us to work on also on this self-love. A lot of ways. It can be, according to your faith, to your everything, your emotions, your nature, your everything, yes. But it's much better, and I'm happy that God is smiling, seeing you working with help, of course, but it's up to you to do your task. It's your duty to work, not waiting for manna from heaven, just yes. You
Brilliant.
can you can receive. Many times I received many things, but it's better to see, yes, he he believes in me. You did it, Gary. Yeah, you are so great. So
Yeah. Sometimes when we see that something, someone save us, or some unexpectedly something come to us, like any favor or anything, any protection, we realize then, oh yes, that's God who did it. Even it's impossible for us, for the people to see that, oh, it can be impossible. But as you said, that God can do anything. No one can stop him. Whatever he want to do,
he's
he can.
he's believing in me, makes me believing in myself much more. So this is the conclusion.
And also, I would like to suggest you people that who want to do self love for to improve yourself, to work on yourself. There are 4 universities research done by the PhD students, MPhil, and master students on Psalm, Torah, Bible, Quran, to find out those actions which are leading to the heaven. So I have made a video. It's a book is written, Paradise Revolution. But from that, those words 135, which is all that research team found out, that I have made video on work on yourself, uh, develop a heavenly personality, because our ultimate goal is going back to the heaven, and this world is temporary world. We are just temporarily here. So don't be so sad. Feel happy. Enjoy every moment. Enjoy whatever God has given you. Beautiful eyes, beautiful hairs, food, health, all these things. So we should be happy on it. And you can watch those videos on my this YouTube channel 360, the 360 Lifestyle Coach. They are there. It's an Urdu, Hindi as well, and English as well. And I'm trying to make a 10 minutes or 5 minutes workout. All those words saying quickly so people can see, listen every night, so it will stay in their head. So work on those. Find other ways as well. Do exercise, eat healthy food, look after your emotion, look after your mental health, look after your physical health, look after your spiritual health, spiritual well-being, and things like that. Any last comments, please?
Stay left.
Hmm?
Stay left.
All right then. Okay, thank you very much. Take care of yourself. Have a lovely this next year which is coming. Everyone should grow and stick to your happiness with the new redesigned life and a new uh, workout which you suggest yourself, and looking on the circus on in your life which you need, everyone need to look after. Thank you very much. Any
Thank you
feedback?
very much.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.